welcome to My Dang Finance. And in this video, I wanted to share with you an example of how I find companies to invest in. So recently, I went to the mall and I was walking around and I noticed a store called Windsor, and this was in the Colorado Mills Mall. And when I was passing by the shop, I noticed that there was a lot of people standing in line waiting outside just to get into the mall or into the store. And then later on, I noticed that since that kind of caught my eye, that there's a long line of people waiting. What I do is that once I see something that I'm interested in, like a company like Windsor, or it could be a product or anything like that, what I did was I Googled the store name Windsor, and I came up with Windsor Store. And then I went to their website, and what came up is the windsorstore.com. And I kind of went through and kind of saved this in my I have a notepad where I put in maybe like products or companies or stores that I'm interested in looking into later. So when I get home, I go through and do some more research on the company. So I found the company's website here. It's called windsorstore.com. I went through and kind of took a look at their webpage and see what kind of stuff that they were selling. Looks like they cater mostly to females and to probably the younger generation. So that gives me the same kind of vibe as Revolve Group. So what I did was after that, I decided to see if they were publicly traded. So I did a search for Windsor Store. And then I did a search for like investor relations page. So, and usually if they're publicly traded or anything like that, you would see that in your search. So as you can see here, if this is correct, the Windsor Fashion Revenues, Growth and Competitors Profile, if this is the correct one, I'm not really sure yet. This is gives you the information here, but if not, I don't believe this. Maybe this might be a different company, or maybe this is a Windsor Store. It's a subsidiary of this company. I would probably have to do more research on that. But since if it is, then usually it'll say Windsor Investor Relations page, and you click on it. You look at the annual reports and kind of see what they look into their 10Ks and 10Qs and stuff like that, and kind of do more research. But I did also kind of go through their webpage and notice that there's an about page on them and their story. So I kind of skimmed through this here. Kind of gives you an overview of the company itself, how they started, who the CEO is, and then learn from here. Looks like the CEO is Leon Zakara, and so if I was more interested in the company, it looks like they're not publicly traded. It looks like they're privately owned. But if they are, then I would probably Google the CEO and kind of find more information on the CEO. Maybe look for interviews that he provided, so I could kind of get an idea of the characteristics of the CEO, like how he manages and stuff like that, what kind of vibe that he gives out, because then it gives you an idea of how he would manage the company. And then later on, of course, you could always look into their 10K as well, because then later on it'll give you what they're doing, what their plan is for the next 12 months, 18 months, and what competitors that probably they're against, and like what they're doing to make them stand out between them and their competitors. So I just want to kind of give you an idea of how I kind of do some research and find companies. But as you can see, usually I'll keep an eye out for when I'm shopping or anything like that. When I'm out, if I find a product or a store or a company, I'll usually Google them. I'll pretty much make a list and kind of save it for later, and probably do more research when I get home. And then later from there, I could kind of look into like what the revenues are, what who their competitors are, and stuff like that, and see if I understand the company before I start investing and stuff like that. So I just kind of want to share this video with you and kind of show you the process of me kind of finding companies. And you could apply this method to any other any companies that you're looking into, or if you want to look into, which is like when you're out and about shopping, just kind of be aware and keep an eye out, and then learn anything that you find, products that you buy, or maybe you see like a store that's really busy or anything like that, then kind of get the name of the store, and then learn, kind of do some more research and find out what the company's about, and see if you understand the company, and look into their fundamentals, their balance sheets. Another website I would probably go to, other than the investor relations page, is Yahoo Finance. And if you do find a company, you could actually look up their ticker symbol and see and get some more information on that as well if you like. But from here, I don't see any ticker symbol or anything when I put Windsor Store. Let's put Windsor Store. So I don't see anything, so they're probably not publicly traded. But that's the process that I go through to kind of look for companies and stuff like that. So hopefully this kind of gives you an insight of how to one method of looking for companies to invest in. All right, well, hopefully this helps, and you guys take care, and you guys have a good day.